Welcome back to the ETF Inspector. It's Thursday, October 16th, about 4:15 in the afternoon, and this is our daily recap video for our 4 weekly paying Roundhill funds covered on this channel. The first 3 are 0DTE covered call strategies on the indexes, QDTE for the NASDAQ, XDTE for the S&P, and RDTE for the Russell. The fourth is a Bitcoin covered call strategy, YBTC, which uses IBIT as their underlying. They create a synthetic and sell weekly calls off of those to generate income. Reminder, I'm on X at ETF Inspector 1. That's ETF underscore Inspector 1. I let you know the trades for the day. Unfortunately, this one I just completely lost track today, so these did not come out very early, 1 hour ago. Normally they come out around 9:50, 10 o'clock in the morning, in case you want to follow along. I also repost things from the ETFs making their announcements. I do my shout outs on here. People, yesterday was a big day. Damian Waller, New York Trader, and Toxic J all went to buy me a coffee and supported the channel. And I also post on here when videos are going to be premiering in case you like to join the live chat. Now, before we get into it, I do want to say I got some big changes coming, and this series is possibly on the chopping block. It doesn't seem to be taken off the way I thought it would. I've given it a long time, so maybe people that invest in these funds are just perfectly fine with setting it and forgetting it. But let's just go ahead and get into it now. I'll put out more information soon. All right, so the market obviously got ugly today. That's why I'm able to make the video so early, because if everything dropped below where the trades were, I didn't have to worry about calculating anything. So the NASDAQ was down 0.36, QDTE equally followed it, S&P down 0.63, XDTE just about the same, 0.61% down. Russell 2000 down big, over 2%. RDTE outperformed, only going down 1.4%. And IBIT was down 2.75%, with YBTC down just under 2.5%. So in 3 out of the 4 cases, the Roundhill fund outperformed. In the last, it was even. Doesn't make sense, though. It really shouldn't have been even. So can't really help you to understand that one, because it doesn't make sense. But let's go ahead and take a look. Today is payday for YBTC, and it's X day for the 3 0DTE funds. We'll start with the trades. QDTE sold calls, 382 of them on the NDX with a strike of 25,040. They collected $23.58 per share premium, or $900,000. NDX was below 25,000, so not even close. Doesn't cost anything to settle, and they get to keep all 900,000. They are in the positive now, nicely. Oh, that didn't seem right. No. By 1.2 million for the week. As far as the holdings, excuse me, there's no changes in the synthetics. These are deep in the money calls. There's $933 million in assets under management, 26,730,000 shares. NAV at the start of the day, $34.93. There was a small decrease in the share price, closing around $34.80. I say around because Excel takes a while to finish settling. Yesterday, we got our announcement of 20.423 cents per share. That was off of my guesstimate of 20 cents, so I missed it by 2%. All right, today was X day. Tomorrow is payday for these first 3 funds. Next up, we have the trades for XDTE. They sold 562 calls on SPX with a strike of 6,720, collecting $5.18 per share, or $291,000. SPX closed at 66.29, almost 100 points lower. Doesn't cost anything to settle it out. They get to keep the full $291,000. they are still in the negative for the week by about 200,000. So if they have another trading day like this tomorrow, they may break even, but that doesn't really do you a whole lot of good. All right, changes as far as their holdings. They sold 40 of their deep in the money calls that they were long or had purchased, bringing them from 348 down to 308. And that is the ones that are closest to expiration that they sold out of. There's $373 million in assets under management, 9,185,000 shares. NAV at the start of the day, 40.63. These numbers aren't making sense. Let's do a quick look to see if they updated. Obviously, people selling out of the fund. Or no, that wouldn't make sense. Yeah. So we're going to be looking for a large quantity of shares to be dropping off of this outstanding shares, which would then increase this NAV by a large amount because it needs to have decreased to 43.15 today. So they are just slow on updating us with the outstanding shares. So likely in the next couple of days, we will see that, right? The NAV had to have started above 43.15 for the stock to drop, or the share price to drop over 0.5% and end at 43.15. Announcement yesterday of 21.2182 cents per share. Today's X day. Again, tomorrow is payday. Last of these three, RDTE sold 660 calls on the Russell 2000 with a strike of 25.45, collecting $1.93 or $127,000. The Russell closed at 24.65, way below the strike. It doesn't cost anything to settle, and they get to keep the full 127,000. There's no point in even totaling these up. They're so far negative. They don't have a prayer for this week. When we look at the holdings, we have a change here as well. They sold 21 of their deep in the money calls on the Russell 2000. I actually feel like I might have forgot to change that number though. I think it's going to be 277 now. It is 277. So I forgot to change that. There's your 21 contract decrease. Doesn't change any of our numbers though. $165 million in assets under management, just under 5 million outstanding shares. NAV at the start of the day, 33.36. Obviously, they dropped big time, over 2%, coming down to 32.72 or thereabouts. Yesterday, they announced 22.6984 cents per share. Today is X day, and again, tomorrow is payday. I missed that one by 3%. Missed XDTEs by 2%. So I had a 2%, a 2%, a 3%, and YBTCs was a 4%. So all in all, this was a close estimate week for me. This is our last one. They don't share daily trades. They don't make daily trades. Every Friday, they close and roll their weekly. So this one is as for tomorrow. Tomorrow it'll expire with a 68.35 strike price. IBIT's at 61, not even remotely close. So these will literally get closed out for a penny tomorrow. They're 11% out of the money. The synthetic also needs to get closed out and rolled, and that is going to cost a decent amount of money. It was worth a negative 15.8 million at the start of the day, and then IBIT dropped another 2.75%. So they're struggling. They're going to have to pay a lot to close that out, which is going to basically result in a smaller amount of contracts in order to be able to handle all that. There's $293 million in assets under management, 7,350,000 shares. The NAV at the start of the day was almost $40, closing at 38.71 is rough. Today is payday, so we all received our 38.8861 cents per share. Mine's on drip, so it's in my 401k. It's not even in my trading account, so it doesn't make my Saturday trading videos. So I just got some more shares at a cheaper price. So, all right, that is all I think I have for you. Yep, that's everything. So thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck trading tomorrow. Don't forget, tomorrow is Friday, so you're going to need to close out any options that you have open or roll them. But just be mindful. And I'll catch you in the next video.